Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Neroli, your host here at Broomstick Fairy. Now guys, this channel is brand spanking new, so I'm hoping that we can become very acquaintances or friends, what have you. Now guys, like I said, this channel is brand new, so I've got to get used to being on camera and the angles and all that. I gotta make sure I've got all the right angles. And don't worry about my babes, the sister is diet. I've been working hard to try to get this channel up and running for y'all. But it's up now, so I'm thankful and grateful. And like I said, welcome. So guys, I want to make an announcement. In addition to the tarot card readings, I also have an Etsy boutique. And at the moment, I'm selling majority of women's clothes. But fellas, do not give up on me. Not yet anyways. Because basically, very soon, I will be accumulating more and more men into my collections. Alright? And also, I want to make it known that for those of you who are not too into astrology or horoscopes or tarot, that you should definitely check out your moon and your rising sign, in addition to the sun sign, which is the month you was born, because those have a major influence on our personalities. Okay? And you also should know that there is no better way than getting a more effective reading than for getting one with you and I personally, because those ones are more interactive. There's more one-on-one. It's just you and me, because these readings are basically a general reading, and I have to reach millions and millions, so thousands of you with the same zodiac sign as yours. Okay, so I'm not going to hit the nail every single time for each and every one of these general readings. So your best way is to book a private one, and you can do so at the Etsy shop, which is called Broomstick Fairy, or one word with a capital F in between the broomstick and the fairy. Or you can also do so at my email, which is broomstickfairy@gmail.com. Alright? Because just in case if you're watching the general ones and you're thinking, that doesn't really gel with your smell, or you're thinking, in other words, it doesn't really feel like it's resonating with you, or it doesn't feel like it's in tune with you in your essence, it's because you either need a one-on-one or you need to check your moon and your rising. Now guys, thank you so much for your time. And once again, welcome to Broomstick Fairy.
Greetings, vivacious Leos. How are you? I hope you are okay. Alright, so let's just get started into your reading. Now, I feel like for some of you perhaps have been hit with the news from an unexpected pregnancy. I'm not sure, should I just read it in the flow of the cross and triangle spread, or should I just read it as different messages pop out? Because there's so many Leos out there. I just want to make sure that I cover, the basis for majority of you, and just try and come up with as many stories as possible, because obviously there's not just going to be one fixated story for you. So, how should I do this? Okay, yeah. Right now, the overall situation surrounding you have two cards in reverse that are both to do with Pentacles, and Pentacles do with the Earth. Pentacles is grounded energy. It's normally do with finances and business and stability and foundation and starting up a new business venture. Or just, it can also mean someone or a person that is of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, because those are the earth signs, and they're quite strategic, and they're quite organized, and they're quite balanced in the way they work, and they're very good with business. But for you guys, we have, for this month of August 2016, sorry, this is your August 2016 reading. I know I'm late, but forgive me. Even though I'm uploading this in the middle of the month, it still pertains to the whole full of the month, okay? So yeah, you received the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And I see this as a loss of finances, or you've planted your seeds somewhere and there has been a loss, whether it's money or whether it's time, but something didn't work out the way you planned. And also for those of you who did receive news about a pregnancy, maybe this is due to the fact that you have received news about a pregnancy an unwanted pregnancy, because then above that in the thought process we have the Empress, and then we also have the Fool, but the Fool's in reverse. So this is often pertains to mother and child. So maybe you have received news about an unexpected pregnancy, because I feel like some of you may be focusing on your finances, and maybe you feel like there's going to be a death to your finances because of this new pregnancy, because maybe you've been working hard on trying to save money. I feel like for some of you, and also because that's what's in your emotions. Your emotions is highlighting death, and the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So these cards all together, I feel like it's saying that maybe you feel like your finances is going to be in a strain because of this new unexpected pregnancy that you have. Some of you may be even thinking of terminating the pregnancy and getting an abortion, but you are kind of worried about what society would say about that, because then you have the Hierophant in your spiritual influences, and the Hierophant often deals with order. Like I feel like some of you feel like you have to follow some sort of order or follow some sort of way of life that you're used to. Perhaps maybe you want to get an abortion, but I don't know, maybe you're feeling quite guilty about it because you're worried about what people are going to say about you if you do that, or maybe even your spouse or your family or your religious people that you are attached to or have this bond to. Maybe you're so scared of what they're going to say. So I feel like or maybe you're just going through some sort of changes in general with your beliefs that you was brought up on. You know, for some of you, I feel like some of your religious beliefs may be maybe you may be getting rid of some of your old dogmas, and you're preparing for new ones to come in. But this can leave you feeling a bit over emotional and scattered with the King of Cups in reverse, and then the Hanged Man in reverse next to the Hierophant. So yeah, maybe even if it's not about a pregnancy, for some of you Leos, maybe some of you Leos have an organization that you have planted seeds with, or you have a business that you jumped into, but or business that you want to jump into, or you want to study something, or you want to set up shop somewhere, but you feel like you can't do it because of your finances, or maybe you did do it and you planted in the wrong direction, so now you're not seeing the things coming to fruition as you had planned. Or this could pertain to, like I said, an organization, and your beliefs may be changing with this organization, you know, because what's happening and what's manifesting in your day-to-day life, and the things that's what's tangible and what you can feel and what's physical aspects, that's what's pertaining, and what's the evidence, or what's the outcome from your spiritual influences, is that you have the Chariot in reverse, and then you have the Six of Swords in reverse. And these two cards together is indicating to me that a diversion has taken place, or you have been knocked off your course, or knocked off your axis of some sort. Yeah. So, or you're feeling like you don't. Because also the overall meaning of this card, you have the Magician in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. The Magician is often a wonderful card to have, but the Magician in reverse can represent someone in your life who is a fraud, or it can mean that you are the fraud, or it can mean that you do not have the necessary skills to execute what is happening in your life right now, or maybe you do, but you're thinking that you don't, and so you're manifesting it into reality as if you can't. So I just feel like you're feeling like you don't have all the useful resources, or you don't have the skills to bring something into fruition, or to bring something into light, or to bring a project into light, or to bring a child into this world. Maybe you feel like it's not the right time to do that. You know, maybe you and your partner, maybe this King of Cups are in reverse, maybe you are dealing with a water sign, because this King of Cups here, which is part of the spiritual influences in reverse, is talking of someone who is either over emotional or manipulative. Maybe there's someone in this organization who is a water sign, which is either Cancer, Scorpion, or Pisces, and maybe they are being a bit manipulative, or maybe they're using blackmail against you to hold you bondage of some sort, or to hold you hostage to some sort of order in the court, or organization. Or this can just be you with having over emotions. So yeah, with the Chariot in reverse, I feel like something is blocked, or a path that you want to go down, or a path that you think you should go down is kind of blocked right now. And also with the Six of Swords, you're feeling reluctant to move on, like you're feeling stuck, like you're choosing kind of to stay in the situation where you have a bit of upheaval, and you don't want to move on to greater waters, to calmer waters. It's like you're choosing to stay in these waters right now, because the Six of Swords upright represents moving on and moving to moving away from hard times, and just going somewhere where it will make you feel better. But in reverse, or it can mean that you wanted to go on a trip of some sort, but you can't do so. And that the Chariot as well. Maybe you had plans to travel, but you can't travel now because of because of this pregnancy, or maybe you have plans to do something, but this religion or this organization you're a part of may be holding you back. And also for some of you may be dating someone a little bit younger than you, or maybe you may be the younger person in this situation. Because with the presence of some of these cards, I see that that you can be friends or lovers from a widely different background. And some of you may be separated. Maybe some of you live in a different country, or you may one of you may be a little bit older and younger, with the presence of the Fool and the presence of the Empress. And also maybe you're feeling blocked in traveling or going down this path because of your child, how he was raised up, your childhood, or because of your family. You're feeling like, I don't know, this is a bit daunting. I don't know if I should be dating someone who's younger than me. Like, am I going on the right path? So you may be feeling like you need to be a little bit more traditional in a sense, and to keep following the way that you was brought up, so that you can feel like you're not stepping on any toes, or you're not breaking any rules. This is only going to be for some of you. I have to whatever spirit just pops into my head, whatever message spirit has for you, sorry. I have to say it because, like I said, this is a general reading in the beginning. So I have to just give all the messages, so that even if it's just one sentence that resonates with you, then you know that, okay, that this is the path, or this is the message for you, okay? So yeah, I'm feeling like, with the Magician in reverse, it can also represent someone who's younger than you, as with this Empress here, or you may be the younger one involved in a younger relationship, like I said, and maybe there is some distance between you, and you want to travel to, or you want to bring your lover to you, but you can't, because there is a strain in finances right now of some sort. And for some of you may be feeling very, very lonely, because you have the Hermit in reverse, and then you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Pentacles upright, and these isn't your opposing forces, yeah? So these two sections here are opposing each other. And if, for that matter, you have the Ten of Swords as well, and the Ten of Swords reversed is a quite positive omen. It's more positive than it is upright. Upright, it is harsh words being directed at you, like we're feeling like you have been stabbed in the back like a dagger. You see all these swords causing this fella to bleed on the ground. You just feel like someone betrayed you, or you're feeling like there's gossip going on about you, and you're not too sure who you can trust and stuff. This is what happens when the Ten of Swords is upright. And also the swords in the deck represents Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, represents the air signs, represents communication. So this just means like harsh words being thrown at you like a dagger, and you feeling kind of victimized. But in reverse, it means that the swords are coming out, and it means that now things are starting to look up, or maybe you're starting to release the need of feeling like a victim, and you're starting to shake that off, and so you can move on with your life. So maybe some of you are been worried about what people are going to say about maybe you changing religions, or about you maybe possibly terminating a pregnancy, or maybe possibly you're pregnant and your religion is against it, or something of that nature. For some of you Leos, all right? And then with the presence of the Hermit here in reverse, this could either mean that you're ready to leave the nest again, which is opposing forces. Like part of you is ready to leave the nest, or part of you is ready to get more involved with the world again. But then the other part of you is kind of keeping you back, then reneged, or you're feeling lonely or separated. So it's those of you who are away from someone that you love, or from with different religious backgrounds or with different age backgrounds. Maybe you're feeling quite lonely and isolation from that person. But then the opposing forces look, so like on the other hand of that aspect, you have you're thinking about the happy family, or you're thinking about reuniting, or you're thinking about childhood memories, or maybe you're reminiscing about this person, because the Six of Cups represents childhood memories, or it can represent reminiscing about the past, but the beautiful memories about the past. And then the Four of Wands is also a beautiful card to have. It means celebration. It can mean a wedding. It can mean also, yeah, so maybe some of you may be interested in getting married, but you don't have the finances, or maybe you and your partner are come from different backgrounds. So maybe the presence of the Six of Cups is indicating that you keep reverting back to your child, the way you was brought up as a child, and your child needs is putting restrictions on you. Your childhood memories are putting restrictions on you of going forward with a relationship in the present. But overall, I feel like you're definitely debating, or there's definitely some opposition in this essence here, because it's stating that like you're thinking, partial of you is thinking of you reuniting, or you're thinking of celebration, or a wedding, or coming together, and you're reminiscing of all the good times, or the good happy memories that you had, or the fun you had. Maybe this relationship with this younger person for some of you is quite adventurous, or maybe you're just thinking about, for those of you who are pregnant, and then maybe you want to terminate the pregnancy, because also this Ten of Swords can mean you want to terminate the pregnancy. For those of you who are pregnant and you want to terminate the pregnancy, maybe you're thinking of terminating the pregnancy on one end, but then on the other aspect of the end of the spectrum, you're thinking about how it would be great to bring a child into this world, and how you can be a happy family, and then you can do it the traditional way. And I put traditional way in quotations, especially with the presence of that Hierophant here in your spiritual influence. You keep thinking of the spiritual way. You keep thinking of the traditional way, or you feeling like you have to follow some sort of order in the court, or society's orders of bringing a happy family in, or getting married to solidify a union that you possibly have with someone already, that you may have a child with already. Maybe you want to get married, or maybe you feel like you have to get married because of the pressures of society, or something of that nature. And for those of you, some of you maybe just that where a child is not involved in the process. Maybe some of you have just been involved, or you're just in an organization that is very smothering, and you're in this organization and you want to change direction of this system that is ruling over you, and you want to change an organization to fit your needs and your standards. That is becoming kind of hard, but you're definitely changing your old religious dogmas if you are involved with this organization, and it's causing a bit of a challenge for you right now, and it's causing a bit of upheaval, and it's causing you to be a bit over emotional. You're feeling a bit scattered, and what else? And so for in your advice section, which is right here, your advice section, you have the Three of Swords reversed and the Nine of Swords. So also what this is also solidifying for me, that maybe some of you did undergo a surgery or are thinking about an abortion, because the swords can mean a surgery or a medical procedure or healing of some sort. But the Three of Swords in reverse is actually a positive omen, more positive than in the upright, because upright it basically means a broken heart. Possibly it means a love triangle with the presence of the three here. Maybe some of you are involved in a love triangle, or involved with someone at work, and you're just realizing that is not the way forward for you. So yeah, in reverse, you're starting, the swords are coming out, and your heart is starting to mend, and your heart is starting to beat at the rate that it should, and have the pulse that it should, and you're starting to feel, you're starting to lessen the need of feeling so hurt and so angry. So the advice for spirit that spirit is giving for you is to heal your is to mend your broken heart, okay, Leahs? And to not sit up at night, and to not do not bring any anxiety over yourself, or any unnecessary stress or confusion or anguish, because you have the Nine of Swords next to the Three of Swords here. And the Nine of Swords, often in the traditional tarot card decks, because this is the Morgan Greer, in the traditional tarot card decks, it's often depicted as a woman sitting up with her head in her hands, because she is quite stressed out and she's sitting in bed and she cannot go to sleep because she has so much in her head and she's worried about so many things. So the advice with the presence of these two together is telling you to heal your heart and to put a stop to this this mental anguish or this confusion that you have that's keeping you up at night, because you need to be blessed, Leahs. You know, you need to finesse, and you need to have that powerful roar you have. You know, you don't have time to be all up in your head. You know, you just want to go charge ahead and be creative and be the dynamic people that you are. All right, and the outcome in the situation for you guys is it's going to be steep but rewarding lessons, a learning curve. It's going to be steep but rewarding. It's going to be a steep but rewarding learning curve for you. Okay. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse, so you will come out of this mental anguish. You will come out of this mental trap that you have put yourself in. This is often a depiction of mental entrapment, self-mental entrapment. Like you have held yourself hostage with your own thoughts, and it's time to release that, because upright means that you're keeping yourself hostage and you're feeling stuck and you don't want to take the scarf over your eyes, the blindfold over your eyes, and you don't want to face things. But in reverse, you are facing things and you are getting a move on it, and you are going to go. And with the presence of the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's just telling me that you're going to charge ahead and you're going to work hard towards your goals, and you're going to come out of this funk that you are in right now, and you're going to release the swords from your back, from the Ten of Swords over here, and you're going to feel empowered again, okay? It's going to be a steep but definitely a rewarding learning curve for you, especially those of you who are stepping away from a religion who has kept you bound back from years and years, and this can all pertain all the way back to your childhood, or those of you who are worrying about a pregnancy and how you're going to look to the world. Sooner or later, you're not going to give a fuck, and you're just going to do what you have to do for you, because you feel like that is the most smartest decision for you at this moment in time. Okay. So that is the message that tarot has for you guys. But I am an oracle queen, which is partially the reason why I like to why I didn't shuffle or anything on screen or on video. It's because it does take really, really long, because this spread is called the cross and triangle spread. But for the way that I shuffle and the way that I read, I do each individual card like this until it pops out like that. So in each section, whether it's in your thought process, whether it's in the core of the situation, whether it's in your spiritual influences, whether it's in your emotions, whether it's in the opposing forces, whether it's in advice, I shuffle for each and every one to come out. And that can be a bit time consuming, alright? So, and also I've done 2 rounds, so that's even more, double the time consumation. So therefore I decided to just shuffle off screen so that it can be quicker and easy. And going back to the whole reason why I even said all of that was because I am an oracle queen and I love the messages from the oracles, and this part can take quite long. So to save even more time, I have already shuffled these, and the same process goes for these. Whatever popped out as I was shuffling, that's the message that Spirit wants for ya. Alright. And what made me so excited and was like, made me feel like I'm really on point with what I was saying for the message for some of you, was you had received pregnancy. When I saw this, I was like, drum roll please. sorry, tune a bit. But yeah, this just solidifies and highlights the fact that some of you are expecting a pregnancy. And this is from the magical messages from the fairies deck, okay? And basically what this is saying, the birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. So this is the card here, and let me read the description to you, because oracles, you have to read the description. It's not like tarot. To pregnancy. This card indicates that you or someone close to you or will very soon be expecting a child. The fairies celebrate the birth of this precious new baby upon the earth, as this child is an angel of great joy and light and brings many positive changes into your life. This card can also indicate the impending successful adoption of a child. The additional meanings for this card or scenarios for this card, meaning a significant birthday is imminent and the fairies are helping celebrate the day. It also can mean watch for the successful birth of a new project. It also can mean a baby who is important in your life was recently born, or this card can also relate to a past birth or pregnancy, or you're healing from a painful experience related to pregnancy, or you're ready for a big change in your life. Okay? So yeah, some of you may be trying to plant some seeds into a business, or maybe you want to move from some business or some organization that you're already in, because like I was saying at the core or at the beginning of the reading, that you have planted your seed somewhere and it hasn't come into fruition. So maybe you're looking elsewhere and you want to change this death and you want to start business and teamwork somewhere else with some other organization that you're in, if it's not pertaining to religion, to this Hierophant here. Okay, so this card is very helpful, very informative. Okay, that's the message from the magic message from the fairies. And the message that we have received from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, you have received building blocks. This one, when this popped out, I was also happy because it also solidifies some of the messages here for some of you Leos. And what this card is basically telling you, this is a beautiful card. The illustrations of this card is very beautiful, as you can see. This is saying strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time where your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwoven by your values, ethic, morals, core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny, is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Now, for those of you who this is pertaining to a relationship message, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. The prosperity message. You have everything you need to turn iron into gold in the alchemical process of creating the prosperous life you desire. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation you have already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intentions. Earn your dream and remember that you always have more than enough, and you always are enough, so abundance is ever present. Your creativity is divinely inspired and the design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. You are meant for success. That's the message from Wisdom of the Oracle. And the messages from the other fairies. These fairies have a more deeper meaning to give, and I love them because they're very informative. Let me read those for you now. These are very informative, okay? They come with a nice booklet of storytelling of the fairies. So you have number 59, the Bodacious Bodosh. And basically this card means meddling, tempering, sabotage, helpful fixing, and order. Now this card is definitely relating to those of you who are dealing with some sort of organization that is all up in your goddamn business. Or if it's not an organization, it's society that is just in your business. Now, so let's read the message of the Bodosh. The Bodosh, or old man in Scots Gaelic, and also you must know that this is very much a beautiful storytelling book, and it's very imaginative. So if you hear some words or descriptions about names of fairies that you're like, what is that? It's just a mystical world that is very magical. Okay? But just to know that the message is beautiful and the message is still divine, whether or not you believe in certain things. Okay? So the Bodash, or the old man in Scots Gaelic, means wow. He likes to fix things. He drops down chimneys at night, tidies up for you. If you don't have a chimney, he'll find another way in. You left a stack of papers on your desk, he'll file them for you, probably in someone else's desk. No one put away the uneaten roast beef. He will assume you don't want it and give it to the neighbor's dog. He is not the fairy who ties elf locks in your hair and makes bites of it stand out in all directions while you sleep. That is just one of his cousins. He has far more important work to do. The Buddhish is a meddler. He will tell you, if you catch him, that he means well. It's just that things never turn out as quite as he expects them to. He feels that you should be grateful for his so-called help, even when you clean the metaphorical eggs off the metaphorical walls. And he is amazed when you are not. Although his feelings are easily hurt by your lack of appreciation, he is persistent. He will just redouble his efforts to be helpful. The only way to discourage him is to tidy up your own loose ends and clutter. I'm sure you know people like the Buddha. Okay, this is going more into the message. They helpfully answer your phone and take down the wrong message. Then they lose it and give you a garbled verbal version. Worse yet, they give other people messages from you that are not exactly or even nearly what you said. On the rare occasion, they do pass something on accurately. It is either something you never meant to pass on, or it is said specifically to the wrong person. The Buddhist likes to gossip, okay? So maybe you're worrying about society or some of the choices you're making, or this newfound you. The Buddhist used to steal naughty children, but has evidently decided they are not worth having. However, he does pinch them in their sleep sometimes and give them nightmares. It is said that one can keep him away by putting salt on the earth. And don't you believe it? But don't you believe it? He is like an ant. The only way to really keep him away is to not have anything around him that might attract him. Tidy up your clutter. Physical, mental, and emotional. Alright? Like I was telling you here, the advice here is to tidy up that mental space of the roars, so you can roar and soar like the lion that you are. Okay, now basically the scenarios for this reading, it basically means someone somewhere is meddling uninvited in the issue. It may be you, it may be somebody else. See if you can work out who it is and begin to untangle this messy web they have woven of confusion and disorder and misunderstandings of such. So much worse than our own natural disorder. It will take great firmness to get this person to keep his sticky fingers out of your affairs, or you to keep yours out of the affairs of others. The amount of tact you use in sorting this out is up to you, but the Buddhist type person doesn't usually notice hints. Remember, whoever it is says they mean well, they may even believe it. It is very hard to believe that the Buddhist's bad results are always just an accident, as he insists. He may believe this, but we don't have to. The word sabotage comes to mind. If you don't want the Buddhist hanging around looking for ways to help, make sure you don't leave things in the wrong place or dangle any loose ends. He might find something bodacious things to do with them. Okay? So that is the message from the bodacious Buddhist. And you have more that popped out as I shuffled. Like 4 of them popped out at the same time, or maybe I shuffled twice and 2 cards came at the same time. So now we have number 57, Luthus the Wild. Okay, so that's haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. Luthus the Wild is filled with fire, and fire is associated with the creative life force. And that's you, Leo. I don't think I explained to you, but the wands in the zodiac sign, the wands represent fire and represent the Leos, the Sagittarius, and the Aries in the zodiac sign. Okay, and it often means action, and often means taking charge or taking the bull by the horns and charging ahead, and creativity. Okay, so yeah, this fairy fires up, gets us going, recharges our batteries and creative energy. He likes to be around when things are exciting, when there is a life force blazing high, and he can jump and encourage us to go even higher. Okay, the messages for this reading is, this card says that wild creative energies are being brought to whatever position it represents in the card layout. It often fires up things that surround it, represent the other cards, energizing them as well. It tells us that it is important to think and act creatively, and it says that the energy to do so is available. So turn this magician, if this is you and you feel like you don't have what it takes to manifest your thoughts or your dreams to reality, turn it upright and be creative. Okay, and it says that energy to do so is available. It says new approaches are called for here. Aha! So this is highlighting or a reassurance from saying that you're leaving old belief systems behind, or you're leaving old ways of living or ways of life and traditional ways behind. So new approaches are called for here. Old ideas and old behaviors will not do it. Sometimes it may be useful to draw another card or additional layer. That's not important to you. Alternatively, Luathis may be telling you to go for something now. For example, sometimes it's important to take risk of making a fool of yourself to gain something amazing and wonderful and miraculous. Sometimes when Luathis says go for it now, it is important to do so. And sometimes it isn't. If the only reason for caution is that you're afraid of looking silly, it probably is the right time to do it, okay, Leos? I know you guys have a lot of pride, and also some of these, I wanted to tell you, some of these cards in here were definitely pertaining to a excessive ego, okay? And I know you guys can be very egotistic as it is, so just kind of let's bane that a bit, or let's tame that a bit, because this is being a bit detrimental to your health or your progress for moving forward right now. Alright? Okay, you got the 2 more messages now. I'm coming, I'm sorry. Okay. You have received Taten the Sylph. And Taten the Sylph, and you received it in reverse. Can you see me? Taking the Sylph in reverse, it means fluttery, fickle, fly-by-night, reliable. Ha! You must be joking. Here we are likely to get into arguments merely for the sake of excitement and mental fizz of arguing. Petty quarrels may take place. Mental irritability can be a problem. All of this can be rectified if everyone involved makes a conscious effort to become earthed and calm. Mental flights of fancy of the hummingbird mind are fun, but until ideas are brought down to earth, they accomplish nothing. Okay? And I'm sorry for this, Leos, but I feel like this is very informative for some of you, and I really want you guys to get the message, okay? Now, number 51, topsy-turvy of the turbits. Topsy-turvits, the topsy-turvits. Quite unusual little fairy little creatures here. The topsy-turvy. Okay, so the topsy-turvy is saying a change of viewpoint, fresh looks, and new ways of seeing. Aha, brah, yes. So this is solidifying some of the message I gave to you in your tarot reading, okay? So when life is confusing, the turbits may come to visit you. Nothing draws them like a bit of mental muddle. They don't cause our disarray. We are very good at doing that for ourselves and each other, but they are attracted to it. Confusion is an important stage of growth, and they delighted in helping things to grow. They live everywhere. Not only humans need their help, they are exceedingly busy. Fortunately, they are quite prolific, so there are a lot of them. When the topsy-turvy show up, it indicates that someone needs to look again, to make an effort to see things from a different point of view. It suggests that confusion may exist because we are asking the wrong questions, or perhaps we have made assumptions that are incorrect, and we have run into a brick wall built of those misconceptions. The turbis asks us to back up, to question our assumptions, and to try to see things from the the viewpoints of the other people involved in our muddle. They ask us to let go of our attachment to our own point of view and to stop saying ought and should, especially about other people. Most emphatically, they suggest that we start trying to see things as they really are, instead of as someone thinks. La la la. I'm trying to say too much shit. Nah, forgive it, Leo. Shoot. We start trying to see things as they really are, instead of as someone thinks they should be. I got it. I'm going too fast. This card is a warning that someone involved in the question or issue at hand is mentally upside down, or possibly even sideways. So basically in a reading, this shows up when it's suggesting that things need to be looked at from another angle, okay? Change your rigid beliefs, alright? Leos, I believe you're a fixed sign like me. Yeah, you're a fixed sign like Scorpions. So I know how your motherfuckers are, alright? Very stubborn. We need to back off from our emotional entanglement and look anew. Much of the apparent confusion about the issue is caused by a faulty point of view. Get the opinions of honest others and then relook at your own. Defensiveness and denial may be causing much difficulty. Try imagining that you are looking at the situation from the point of view of each of the others involved. This is not an exercise in deciding how the other ought to see things, but in discovering how they really do. Words like he ought to see that are not useful at this time. If the Tarot's card turns up and another point of view does not readily suggest itself, it may be useful to draw another card for further information. They're gonna do you. Alright. Okie dokie. So is that all, or is it another one? Yeah, that's it. That's all the oracle messages. Yes. So I hope that you guys found this useful or helpful. And if not, like I said in the intro video, check out your moon and your rising sign. And if you don't know what that is, I'll put a link in the description box below. Yeah. And yeah, good luck with the rest of August. Even though this reading is for covers the whole base of August, the whole month of August. And yeah, please like my page. Like this video and subscribe to my page. This is a very, very, very brand new spanking new page. And let's grow together. Toodles!